Hey, Warriors fans! The season has kicked off with excitement, and Golden State looked ready to make another run for the championship. With a roster filled with seasoned players who know what it takes to win, expectations were high. On paper, this team should be competing at the very top of the Western Conference, and in the opening stretch, they certainly showed flashes of brilliance. Winning 4 out of their first 5 games was a promising start, especially against formidable opponents like the Lakers, Clippers, and Nuggets. But as the first couple of weeks unfolded, it became clear that this team might be facing challenges that go beyond the X's and O's. The biggest question hanging over the Warriors is the durability of their veteran core. Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and other key players are no longer in their 20s. In fact, most of the core roster sits at 35 and older, which is a serious consideration for a team aiming for a deep playoff run. Even the most talented players face limitations as they age, and maintaining elite performance through a full NBA season is never simple. It doesn't matter how skilled or smart a player is, the body can only handle so much. Curry himself recently opened up about this reality, admitting that even after just 7 games in a couple of weeks, the physical toll was already evident. He highlighted how crucial it is for veterans to prepare their bodies and minds to bring their best every night, even if they aren't feeling 10 out of 10 physically. Curry's honesty paints a picture that resonates with fans who have been wondering whether age could finally catch up to the Warriors. It also aligns with a broader concern shared by observers of the league. Can this team really sustain a championship-caliber pace with so many experienced players? The back-to-back losses against teams like Indiana provided some evidence that there may be cracks appearing in the armor. These were not games lost to top-tier powerhouses, but to squads that are still finding their footing this season. It's a reminder that in the modern NBA, where pace, athleticism, and youth can be just as decisive as experience and strategy, every team has vulnerabilities. Curry stressed that understanding opponents and preparing for different matchups is more critical than ever. Teams that can push the tempo and exploit defensive mismatches can create serious problems for the Warriors. In the past, Golden State thrived on reading defenses, exploiting mismatches, and controlling the pace. But against younger and quicker squads, even slight limitations can be magnified. The last 2 games demonstrated that the Warriors can struggle when facing guards and wings who are not necessarily superstars, but possess the speed and agility to pressure every possession. Milwaukee and Indiana showcased this approach perfectly, with players capable of pushing the ball relentlessly and creating turnovers or easy scoring opportunities. Adding another layer to the narrative, Jimmy Butler's candid reflections after Indiana's win shed light on internal challenges. While Butler had an impressive all-around performance, contributing points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks, even his efforts weren't enough to secure victory for Golden State. Butler emphasized the importance of cohesion and accountability, pointing out that everyone on the team needs to be fully engaged, playing their roles to perfection, and guarding and scoring collectively. His comments underline a fundamental reality in basketball. Talent alone doesn't win games consistently. Chemistry, communication, and shared focus are essential, particularly when competing against fast, disciplined, and hungry teams. Another tactical issue has emerged regarding spacing on the floor. The current lineup, featuring Curry, Butler, Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Podziemski, has undeniable talent, but also some limitations. Butler, unlike Curry, isn't a three-point shooter, which can create congestion inside the arc and restrict offensive flow. Draymond and Kuminga also aren't long-range specialists, which can lead to defensive collapses when driving lanes aren't open. Head coach Steve Kerr has openly discussed the need to optimize spacing, particularly when players like Butler and Kuminga attack the rim. If the Warriors can solve these spacing challenges, the team could become an extremely difficult opponent for the rest of the league, combining experience, skill, and strategic versatility. The narrative unfolding with Golden State is one of contrast. On one hand, the team has the pedigree, intelligence, and championship experience to dominate. On the other hand, physical limitations, age, and tactical mismatches have created moments of vulnerability. Observing how Curry and the veteran core respond to these challenges will be one of the season's most compelling storylines. Can they maintain elite performance while managing wear and tear? Can younger, faster teams exploit these vulnerabilities consistently? Will tactical adjustments from Kerr, combined with leadership from stars like Curry and Butler, be enough to keep the Warriors among the top contenders? The team's upcoming games will be critical for answering these questions. Matches against squads that are struggling early in the season, like the Suns, will provide opportunities for Golden State to regain momentum and test adjustments in spacing, rotations, and defensive strategies. But every game is a reminder that the NBA no longer rewards just skill and experience. Speed, agility, and adaptability are just as decisive. Warriors fans have seen their team overcome incredible obstacles in the past, but this season might require a different approach, one that blends veteran savvy with careful management of energy, smarter decision-making, and maximum efficiency on both ends of the court. In the end, the Warriors' journey this season is a fascinating study of balance. The brilliance of Stephen Curry, the intensity of Jimmy Butler, and the versatility of Draymond Green remain undeniable. Yet, the realities of age, fatigue, and matchup-specific weaknesses cannot be ignored. Each game provides new insight into how this team can optimize its strengths while minimizing vulnerabilities. It's a story about experience meeting evolution, about elite players learning to adjust in real time to a league that is faster, more athletic, and constantly evolving. Every possession, every adjustment, and every moment of leadership matters more than ever. As the Warriors continue their journey through the early weeks of the season, the focus on resilience and adaptation becomes even more critical. One of the most fascinating aspects of watching Golden State this year is seeing how they manage the dual challenge of aging stars and evolving opponents. Stephen Curry, with his unparalleled shooting and leadership, is still the engine of the team, but the games against Indiana and Milwaukee revealed the delicate balance between talent and physical endurance. Curry has been clear that preparation is as much mental as it is physical. Watching film, understanding opponents' tendencies, and anticipating the flow of the game are now as vital as making a step-back three or driving past a defender. The reality is that the modern NBA is faster, and while experience provides a strategic advantage, there is no replacing the quickness and recovery younger players bring night after night. Draymond Green's role has also become increasingly nuanced this season. Known for his defensive intelligence, court vision, and leadership, Green has the responsibility of anchoring the floor while facilitating opportunities for teammates. Yet his effectiveness is influenced heavily by spacing and the movement of others. When driving lanes are clogged or shooters are stationary, his ability to create for others is limited. That's why Kerr's emphasis on spacing and floor management is not just a coaching detail. It's the difference between a well-oiled championship machine and a team struggling against mid-tier opponents. The Warriors' success now depends not just on individual brilliance, but on every player understanding how their actions affect the whole system. Jimmy Butler's candid remarks following the loss to Indiana highlight another critical point: accountability. The game of basketball is relentless, and even minor lapses in focus or effort can swing outcomes. Butler's call for the team to be on the same page underscores the fact that chemistry is as important as talent. Each turnover, each defensive lapse, and each missed opportunity compounds when players fail to operate cohesively. The Warriors have the skill to dominate games, but they must consistently translate that skill into team execution. Butler, with his all-around abilities, exemplifies this principle. He scores, defends, rebounds, and facilitates. Yet even his comprehensive efforts cannot carry the team if everyone is not aligned. Another narrative developing this season is the challenge of integrating new dynamics within the team. Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski bring youthful energy and athleticism, but they're still adapting to the veteran-heavy system. Their growth and comfort within the Warriors' schemes will likely be a key factor in the team's ability to sustain success through the regular season and into the playoffs. Kuminga's explosive drives and defensive versatility can open up opportunities, while Podziemski's shooting potential provides spacing that allows Curry and Green to operate more freely. Balancing the contributions of these young players alongside the established stars requires careful management, and Kerr's adjustments in rotations and play calling will be tested repeatedly. The Warriors' recent performances also illustrate how subtle adjustments in strategy can have a major impact. Against faster, younger opponents, the team must anticipate not just their immediate actions, but their overall pacing. Teams that can push tempo, force turnovers, and attack the rim aggressively expose the physical limits of older players. Curry's acknowledgement of these limitations is not a sign of weakness, but of strategic awareness. By preparing mentally, positioning effectively, and leveraging intelligence over sheer athleticism, Golden State can offset the advantage of younger teams. Yet, this requires discipline and consistency, traits that must be reinforced nightly, game after game. Offensively, spacing remains a central theme. The interplay between shooters, drivers, and facilitators determines whether the team can operate at peak efficiency. When Butler drives to the basket, having reliable shooters around him is crucial to prevent defensive collapse. When Curry moves off the ball, others must be prepared to capitalize on the defensive attention he draws. Green's passing ability allows for creative options, but only when lanes are open and timing is precise. Kerr's focus on floor spacing is therefore not merely technical. It's essential for unlocking the team's full potential. Without these adjustments, even the most talented lineups can struggle to score efficiently or generate consistent rhythm. Defensively, the Warriors' veteran presence still provides a foundation of intelligence and anticipation, but physical limitations are noticeable against elite athletic opponents. Quick switches, aggressive drives, and relentless ball movement can exploit even the most disciplined schemes. That's why rotations, communication, and trust are vital. Players must anticipate each other's movements, cover weaknesses, and recover swiftly to prevent easy scoring opportunities. The blend of experience and preparation allows the team to maintain competitiveness, but every lapse is costly, as seen in recent losses to teams that were expected to be more manageable opponents. Looking forward, the Warriors' path through the season will be a test of endurance, adjustment, and mental fortitude. Each matchup offers lessons in spacing, pacing, and cohesion. Younger, faster teams will continue to challenge their physical limits, while top-tier opponents will require strategic brilliance and flawless execution. The balance between managing energy, exploiting matchups, and sustaining peak performance will define the trajectory of the season. Curry, Green, and the veteran core must navigate these challenges while mentoring and integrating younger players who bring athleticism and energy to the floor. Every game is an opportunity to refine strategy, reinforce chemistry, and demonstrate that experience, when combined with preparation and intelligence, remains a powerful force in the NBA. In essence, the Warriors are in a fascinating position. They have the experience, leadership, and skill to compete at the highest level. Yet the league continues to evolve, and their challenges are growing more complex. How they adapt to pace, manage fatigue, optimize spacing, and maintain cohesion will dictate whether they remain a dominant force or become vulnerable to younger, hungrier squads. The story of this season is unfolding in real time, with every game providing a new chapter in the evolution of a team that has already achieved greatness, but is now navigating the delicate balance between age, talent, and competition at the very highest level. Watching how this balance plays out will be as compelling as any highlight reel, as fans witness the intersection of veteran intelligence, athletic adaptation, and strategic innovation. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the basketball world, whispers are circulating that LeBron James, the four-time NBA champion and one of the game's all-time greats, is considering an unprecedented twist in the twilight of his legendary career. According to sources close to the player, LeBron has reportedly set his sights on finishing his playing days alongside none other than Stephen Curry in Golden State. The idea seems almost surreal. LeBron, Long the face of the Lakers and Curry, the heart of the Warriors dynasty, have been fierce rivals for over a decade. Their battles in the finals, especially the memorable clashes in 2015, 2017, and 2018, etched their rivalry into NBA lore. Yet, behind the scenes, insiders suggest a mutual respect has been quietly brewing, and now, the notion of these two icons teaming up has begun to gain traction. While LeBron has consistently expressed his love for competition and winning, sources say his latest ambition is not just about adding another ring, but creating a historic pairing that basketball fans will never forget. The idea of him donning a Warriors jersey has triggered heated debates across social media, with fans divided between disbelief, excitement, and, in some cases, outrage. Jerseys, memes, and what-if scenarios are already flooding forums, imagining the combination of LeBron's versatility and Curry's unmatched shooting in a single lineup. Inside the league, the rumor has sparked quiet strategizing. Warriors management, known for their calculated decisions, are reportedly keeping a close eye on LeBron's future moves. Meanwhile, Lakers officials are said to be bracing for the possibility of losing a once-in-a-generation talent to a rival, even if only for a short period before retirement. Some insiders even hint at secret meetings and exploratory conversations between LeBron's camp and the Bay Area franchise, though nothing has been confirmed publicly. Of course, skeptics abound. Critics argue that age, salary cap logistics, and team chemistry could make such a union impossible. But in a sport defined by dramatic twists and headline-grabbing trades, dismissing the possibility entirely might be premature. One thing is certain. The NBA landscape could be on the verge of one of its most sensational storylines ever. And if this rumor has even a kernel of truth, fans may soon witness history in motion. LeBron and Curry together? The basketball world is buzzing, and no one is ready to look away. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.